Good evening, children. I welcome you all to this class. We will start this class in a couple of minutes. We are waiting for your friends to join. So today we'll be dealing with exponents and powers. This is just to give you an idea of what we're going to do next. Good evening, Syed. Syed, good evening. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, sir.
Great, great. That's great. Yeah. Vinay, good evening, Vinay.
Mr. Yuvraj, you can start this session.
Thanks, Vinay. Vinay, how many are expected to join us today?
One student yet to join. You can start.
Great. Thank you. Children, I welcome you all to this class today. Today we'll see through exponents and powers. And I'm quite excited today to start this session with a video for all of you guys. I hope you'll get the basic idea of exponents here. So children, here he is multiplying 3 into 3 first. So what is the easier way, children, here? 3 into 3 is nothing but 3 square. 3 into 3 into 3 is 3 cube. 3 raised to 2. He is multiplying 3 two times here in the first case, children. In the second case, he is multiplying 3 times. So this is 3 raised to 3. So children, in the last case, he has multiplied a n times. So this is just to give children. Please type a yes in the chat box. Great. Okay, thank you. So what do you mean by exponential form? Here exponential form is you have a number multiplied by it several times. Okay, so it is not always possible to write 8 like 8 power 5 as 8 into 8 into 8 into so if I have 10 times, for suppose children, if I have this 10 times, I can't always keep writing this. So what I do, I write it in a very simple manner. I write 8 is the base, because 8 is the number that is being multiplied. I said 10 times here, so 8 power 10 will come. Clear, children? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we are moving on. So here we have the basic things, like if the number is a positive, for suppose here we have 2. I have a number 2 here. So 2 power 8 is nothing but 2 being multiplied 8 times. That means what? The exponent is 8 and the base is 2. The exponent is 8 and the base is 2. And the value of, when you multiply all these, you will get the value as 256. So that is what is being said here. And if you see minus, even minus for 4, that means what? Minus 5 is being multiplied 4 times. If you count here, the number of minus 5s is 4 times. Excuse me. So here the power, the exponent is 4 and the base is minus 5. So minus 5 whole power 4 is 625. So this way, we have negative fractions also. So when the fraction is negative and you're multiplying this number 3 times, that means what? You see the final number is also having a negative sign here, because minus into minus is minus, minus into minus is plus, and then plus into minus is minus. So that's the reason we are having the overall value as negative. But if you observe in this case, minus is being multiplied 4 times. That means what? Minus into minus is plus, plus into minus is minus, and then again I have minus into minus plus. So my number is positive here. So what he says here, a negative rational number raised to an even power is positive. Now why he says this is because you're multiplying the minus even number of times. That means what? Even number is The simplest even number is 2. The next simplest is 4. So when you're multiplying a negative rational number, even power is nothing but the exponent here. So when you're multiplying a negative rational number with even power, the result is positive. That's what we have seen for this number and this number as well. If the negative rational number is raised to the odd power, so odd is like 1, if the power is 1 or 3 or 5 and so on. So if it's the odd power, the final value will always be negative. And this is how we write in general. If a by b is any rational number, then this is obvious that b cannot be 0. B cannot be 0. Okay. B can never be 0. So if a by b is a rational number and n is any integer, so a by b whole power n is nothing but a power n by b power n. Children, are we clear till here? Please type a yes in the chat box now. Please type a yes in the chat box. Great. So the important point is, if the negative rational number is raised to an even power, it is positive. The negative rational number is raised to odd power, it is negative. Okay, children, we are moving on. Express 256 as a power of 2. So that means what we need to do here, children? We go for factorization. So I have 256 here. So 2 128s, 2, this is 64s, 2 32s, 2 2 16s, 2 8s, 2 4s, 2 2s, and then again we have 2 1s. So if I have to write 256, children, how do I write it? I write it as, count the number of 2s here, children. This is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So I write 2 to the power 8. This can also be written as what, children? 2 into
2 multiplied 8 times.
2 multiplied 8 times. So this is just for your understanding I'm writing, but I will generally write like this only. But if there is any confusion that you guys have, that should be clear. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8. So children, 2 power 8 is 256. So 2 multiplied 8 times is 2. So this is how we do it, children. We are moving on. So this is not minus here. Here the question is, which is greater, 2 power 3 or 3 power 2? So children, which is greater, 2 power 3 or 3 power 2? Please try this. Yes, children.
2 power 3.
2 power 3 is greater. Oh my goodness gracious.
No, sir, 2 power 2.
Sir, it's the same.
So 2 power 3 is nothing but what, children?
No, sir. 3 power 2 is greater because 3 into 3 is 9 and
Very
2,
good.
2 into 2 gives us 8.
So 2 into 2, 2 into 2 into 2 is 8. Okay. And 3 into 2 is 3 into 3. I mean 3 power 2. I'm sorry here. 3 power 2 or 3 square. So 3 square is 9. So it is obvious that 3 square is greater. Are we okay here, children? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Moving on. Children, which is greater? 8 power 2 or 2 power 8? This is simple.
Two power eight.
Children, please type the answers in the chat box. Okay, Bhavya is asking me, sir, whether it is 2 power 8. Okay. You are not sure. Okay. Children, anybody else? Please try to give the answer. Syed is putting equal to. Children, the answer here is 2 power 8 because 8 square we already know. 8 square is what? 8. What is 8 into 8, children? Yes? 8 into 8 is 64, isn't it? Let me write it clearly. So 8 into 8 is 64, whereas 2 power 8 is, children, what we have seen just now? 256, isn't it? So obviously 2 power 8 is greater. Moving on. What is the answer for 1 power 5, children? Answer for 1 power 5. Yes? 1 power 5 is 1. Yeah, very good. So 1 power 5 is 1. How about minus 1 power 3, children? Yes? Minus 1 power 3.
1.
Okay. Minus 1 whole power 3 is minus 1, children, because minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1. Now, what did I say previously? If the rational number is having an odd power, if a negative rational number is having an odd power, the final answer will be negative. Because minus into minus is plus, plus into minus is minus, and 1 multiplied any number of times is 1. So the answer is minus 1. So minus 1 power 3 is minus 1. And here for this question, I have minus 1 multiplied 4 times. So that means what? Minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1 into minus 1. So here the negative rational number is there, the power is even. So the answer is, what is the answer in this case, children?
1.
Yes, it is 1. The answer is 1. The answer is 1. So we are moving on. We have a property here, multiplication property. A power m into a power n is a power m plus n. That means if I have, or suppose I take 5 square into 5 power 3.
You
So
can talk 5 to the power 5.
5 to the power 2 plus 3. This is equal to 5 to the power 5. So how can this be explained? Can anybody try to explain this, please? Can somebody try to explain me this property? Any of you, it's okay.
Yes, sir. Because the
Ma'am?
basic same, you can just simply add the exponent instead of totally solving it like 5 into 5 gives us 25, and then
Okay,
5 into 5 into 5 gives us 125.
great. Okay, fine. Good, Arna. To put it in a very simple manner, 5 square, children, 5 square is nothing but 5 into 5. Yes?
Yes.
And 5 cube is nothing but what? 5 into 5 into 5. So children, how many 5s I am having here? How many 5s I am having here? Multiplied
5.
5. So that is how we get this. To put it in a very, very simple manner for all of you. So always remember a power m into a power n is a power m plus n. Please make a note of this formula, children. Make a note of this formula, please.
So can I take a screen?
Yeah, you can. You can.
So I have a doubt. How do
Yeah,
I
please.
simplify, or how do I put 150 in an exponent form?
What
Like
is that number?
150, for example. I always get confused how to do it when 150.
You're saying 150.
Yeah.
Okay. See, 150 can be written as 25 into 6. Yes. Let me put it clearly. Arna, 150 can be written as 25 into 6.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now 25 can be written as 5
5
square,
into
and 6 can be written as 3 into 2 or 2 into
3
3.
into 2.
This is how I write it.
Yes, sir, but we always don't know the number. Like for over here, for the instant, it's 150. Suppose the number is like 3000.
So you need to factorize and write them. You will see what are the numbers that are being repeated.
Yes, sir, can you again do the factorization? I always get confused.
Okay, let me start. I have 150 here.
So not with 2 with any number. I can do it with 2, but like suppose I have to go for higher numbers, then how?
See, I start with always 2 because whether I'll see this number is divisible by 2 or not. So whenever you're doing factorization, first, factorization is generally called prime factorization because you start dividing with the prime numbers. So first you go with 2. If 2 is not working out, then go for 3. 3 is not working out, go for 5. Not working out, go for 7. So in that way, you do your factorization and then you write whatever the powers that are repeating, you take the exponents. If you write it this way for 150, it is the way you write factorization. Are we clear here, Arna?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that is how we do it. Can we move on, children? Yes, please type yes in the chat box. Please type a yes in the chat box. Good evening, Priscilla. Good to see you. Okay, children, moving on. So, children, dot here means multiplication. So, what is the answer for this, children? First one. Please try the first question. Try the first question, please.
Sir, is decimal so
No, dot means multiplication in maths.
oh,
Okay. Yeah.
M to the power 16.
16, huh? 9.
Oh, sir, M to the power 15.
Yeah. So children, the base is common for all. Now what do? I add 1 because m power, I don't have anything here. That means here the power is 1 for the first m here. So m to the power 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. So if I add the numbers in the power or the exponent, I'll have 5 plus 4 9, 9 plus 6 is 15. So the answer is m power 15. Children, how about the second one? What is the answer for the second one? What is the answer for the second one, children? Please type the answers in the chat box. Very good, Bhavya. Mana, Arna, great guys. So the answer is minus. Children, here minus is there. I don't. So minus is because there is nothing to make this minus plus. So minus will be as it is. So x power 5 into x power 3 is x power 8. Minus x power 8 is the answer.